Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. I'm out in the garden this morning and I'm going to try to get some figs to make some fig Newtons. But I wanted to just do a little garden update while we're out here. So I'm going to turn the camera around now. There we go. I wanted to show you the figs. And of course we've got fruit flies all over some of them that have broken open, and the reason for that is because we've gotten way too much water. You see those little fruit flies on there? Alright, but the tree is pretty well loaded with figs, and a lot of them are ripe. Also, the little neighborhood squirrels are coming around to get their little share of the figs, I guess. I just ran one of them off, and he left with a great big fig in his mouth. So these are turkey figs, and this year they really didn't look like turkey figs because they were so big. Look at this one. Got those little fly things all over them. Here's one that's good and ripe that they haven't bothered yet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick some of these, but I wanted to show you some in the garden. And we've gotten in here and cleaned up some of this. Or rather, I cleaned it up because my husband's been spending all of his time mowing the lawn. Time he gets through with the front lawn, the back lawn needs to be mowed again. So this is where we had the zucchini, and we ended up with two little zucchini, and they both rotted before we could even pick them. And so this was the row that had the cucumbers. Now, the cucumbers did pretty well, fantastic. And I went ahead and left those three vines because they've got blooms on them. Here are the tomatoes. And the tomatoes have done okay. They just didn't get as big as they have in years past. Now, I already took up this part of that row, about 3/4 of that row, because those vines were dying. And some of these vines aren't doing too well, but they've still got tomatoes on them. So my husband's got to get out here and pick some of these. Some of them have already fallen to the ground. And the green beans are doing pretty well because we've gotten so much water. And I see I'm going to need to pick them again. Yeah, I'm going to need to come out here and pick the green beans too. But this morning I'm going to concentrate on getting the figs off this tree here. It is just loaded with figs this year. And you see that it's growing right next to the compost bin, or bins, plus we get the water off my neighbor's roof, and we have had, the best we can figure, about 15 3/4 inches of rain in the month of July. And that almost qualifies us for a rainforest condition. They say, the weather report said that we had not had this much rain since 1976. So anyway, I was leaving these three little cucumber vines, even though they don't look real good, and I was hoping to get just a few more cucumbers off of them because the cucumbers have been just absolutely delicious. So the vines don't look all that great, but up at the top you see we've still got blooms, so I'm hoping for some more. Alright, so around on the other side, oops, I see a really big tomato down there right on the ground. We've got to get that. And a lot of these have tomatoes right at the top, even though the lower vines don't look so good. And over here, we'll just walk over here and look at this. This is where I had all the lettuce, both here and down there. Now, this is basil right here, and it's really, really done well. I guess basil just loves a lot of water. And anyway, so what we're going to do is either plant some squash or cucumbers here. In fact, we're probably going to do that today or tomorrow because it's around the 1st of August and they will grow right up to the end of October. So I'm thinking we'll probably be able to get some more cucumbers. Here's the back of the beans. See how close it is to that this is their garage. And then the water runs off their metal roof and waters these beans, and of course I can see And then I got a lot of beans on here. I'm going to have to get out here and definitely pick those. Okay. This is the fig tree. And of course, there's no way to pick them way up there, right, without a ladder. And we didn't trim this back this year. Now, you're supposed to trim a fig tree back in, I believe, August. And last year we just didn't do it. Now, most of the growth is on this side. Because that's where it gets the sun. Now there is a beautiful butterfly sitting right there. Let me see if I can get close enough. He's probably going to try to be able to eat him some of the figs. Let's see if I can get close enough. There he is. Look at that. Yeah, he's just waiting to see if he can't get him a taste of some figs, I think. And now he's showing off. I think he probably knows he's on camera. Look at that. Showing off. See if I can keep him in there. There he is. See how close I can get to him. I hope he doesn't fly. Oh, there he went. Oh, I scared him away. Oh, I only scared him up to the top, though. Alright, let's back off here. Alright, so here are some figs again. And, of course, they're split open because of the tremendous amount of water or rain that we have had. And there's some up in there. So there are a lot of them that are ripe. See how they drop and break down? And even this year, there are too many for the birds to eat. Look on the ground over there. There's just figs everywhere, all over the ground. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick these. And this was my little garden update, and I'll be back later. There's that butterfly again. Oh, I scared him off. He keeps coming back to eat the, oops, he's coming over here to me. He keeps coming back to eat on the figs. See all of them on the ground? Terrible. They're just everywhere. Alright, that's the end of my little garden update and my fig tree update. Now this limb over here, back off from that. I had to pull that down because it was all into my neighbor's roof. So my husband's going to have to cut that limb off. So I'm going to pick some of those figs that are ripe, and then he's going to cut that limb off. All right, see you next time.